when we got the call. Apparently, he had forced entry into a mobile home where a lady in her 30s, along with a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old child, were asleep.
Another in the series I like to call, say it with me, because you won't hear it in the mainstream media. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. Let's talk about this. This is coming out of Louisiana. Home invasion. Suspect broke into a woman's home armed with, apparently, they say, a lug wrench. And he was shot and killed by the homeowner. Good for her. You saw part of the video there, and I'm going to bring it up and get a little bit more detail. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Well, yesterday morning, we got a call around 5 a.m. in reference to shots fired in a mobile home. And deputies went to the scene where they found a male deceased there in the residence. Through our investigation, identifying him and conducting our investigation, we determined that a few hours before this incident, this male had received a ride from Mr. Reams, had received a ride from another individual. He was needing a ride. Well, on the way to going to the location, he attacked the driver, started punching him, choking him, or whatever, which caused the car to run into the ditch. Well, he tried to take possession of the car. Basically, it was a carjacking. He was trying to, but the car got stuck. So at that time, Mr. Reams left on foot. And then a few hours later, when we got the call, apparently he had forced entry into a mobile home where a lady in her 30s, along with a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old child, were asleep. He was armed with a shovel and a lug wrench. She was awakened by him with the shovel. In fear for her life, she retrieved a Glock 40 handgun and fired one shot, striking and disabling him. And he later died as a result, there on scene, from a result of his injuries. The woman was not injured, nor was her children, one of the children was asleep in the living room, which the intruder had walked right past with the shovel, and the other was in a bedroom asleep. Yeah, she's pretty shaken up on it, but it goes back to, you have a right, under constitutional Second Amendment to possess a firearm, especially in your home. And, you have a right to defend yourself against an attack or a home invasion or whatever, because we don't know what this guy had in mind. Was he going there strictly for a robbery motive? Was he going there to maybe take someone's life? We don't know. She didn't know. Being in fear for her life, she took necessary actions to protect herself and her children.
Heard that and you saw that. Jump over here. Hammond, Louisiana. A man suspected of breaking into a Louisiana home was shot and killed by a woman who was protecting her 2 children, according to the sheriff's office. Imagine the scenario if she wasn't armed. Imagine. Worst case, what could, every time you read these stories, what if always comes to mind. But authorities with the 10 GP Parish Sheriff's Office said the shooting happened around 5 a.m. Sunday at a house in Hammond, Louisiana. Robert Reams, 51, was wearing a ski mask and armed with a shovel and a lug wrench when he broke into the home of a woman and her 2 young children, detectives say. A physical altercation took place between Reams and the homeowner, which deputies said ended when a woman shot the alleged intruder. Reams was announced dead at the scene, on the scene by the parish coroner. Here's a common thread with every single one of these. Sheriff's Office Chief Jimmy Travis said Reams was out on parole after serving almost 20 years in prison for armed robbery. Yeah. Detectives tied Reams to an attempted carjacking hours before and 1 street over. Travis said the car owner was an out-of-state worker staying in a motel who Reams asked for a ride. During the ride, he started striking the driver with his fist. The driver ran into a ditch, causing the car to become stuck. Travis said the driver was able to exit the car and flee to safety. Travis said the driver was battered and bruised after the attack, and his car was stuck and abandoned by the suspect. The chief added that the woman's house was broken into appeared totally random, and that the two had no prior knowledge of each other. Travis said the case appears to be a homeowner exercising Second Amendment rights to protect herself and her children from a violent home invasions. No arrests have been made because the person that would have been arrested in this case is dead. And we just have no use for people like that in this society. Sorry. We have no use for people like that. But once again, positive story. Man breaks into the home and the homeowner took care of business. It's impossible, and I can never have sympathy for these people when I'm talking about these criminals who commit criminal acts and are killed for it by their intended victims. I know nothing. I have nothing for them. You decided to take on this life. You paid the price for it. Ta-da! End of story. Good for this woman. Like I said, just think about that for a minute. Imagine if she wasn't armed. This guy's a violent guy. Imagine she wasn't armed. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time the video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.